Guys, let's be real. Most people, they don't win in crypto. And the sad part is it's usually just because they sabotage themselves. And today I wanted to go over a couple reasons why you're never winning in crypto, why you might have that friend that can't stop losing money, and the things and the steps you can take to go about and fix it. Today I wanted to throw a little something up on the board here. I got why you aren't winning in crypto and exactly how we can fix it. And I think this would be a great topic to cover today. I wanted to break down some options on how you can improve, how you can get better, how maybe you can save a friend, that's just losing all their money, stuck in that gambler's mindset. Just the simple things you can do to properly educate yourself and take this bull run by the horns, by the reins. Take that bull, this bull run, by the damn horns and make some money. That's what it's about. This whole crypto bull run, we're here to make some money. We're not here to lose any money. Really wanted to dive in today exactly why you aren't winning in crypto and exactly how we can fix it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just dive on in here. Put together a little Miro board, so bear with me. First time in this format, gonna kind of go through here. This sounded fun. I wanted to try it today. We have why you aren't winning in crypto. Like, why are you consistently losing at crypto? I mean, especially in a bull run, it's just so easy to make money. It's fascinating that there's so many people that are out here losing money. And so I wrote down 3 of my biggest reasons here why I think people are losing money. And I wanted to just go by them on the fly, one by one here. Wrote down my thoughts. I wanted to just break them down here for YouTube. Helps people out. One of my first biggest reasons why I think people are losing money in crypto is they're not making guaranteed plays. They're not picking plays that are guaranteed to make them money. And it's so simple. It's like in a bull market, it's hard to not make money. Everything is going up. You really have to fumble. You have to choke the bag. And it's fascinating to me, guys, that we're still making these mistakes. And I broke down a couple of these mistakes here just to break it down a little more in depth. And we're talking about guaranteed plays here. You probably have 0 Bitcoin. You probably have no Bitcoin. It's the top performing asset of all time, right? As Michael Saylor would say. And you have 0 Bitcoin. The average has been about like 50% per year, and you have none. I started buying some Bitcoin 2-3 years ago. That stuff's up like 4x from where I was buying it. I was only buying it at 25-30, and we're up a good 3 to 4x on some Bitcoin. So it's crazy that people are like, oh, you're only going to get a 2x out of Bitcoin, but it's like you're gambling nonstop on bullshit coins, and you've made no money. It's not even you only made a little money, you're going backwards. Everyone should have a small stockpile of Bitcoin. At least a small stockpile. Depending on your risk tolerance, you can have different weights in your portfolio of how much Bitcoin you want. For me personally, I'm honestly not that heavily allocated to risk. I have a lot of Bitcoin. I have a lot of also large caps, like my next topic here, Ethereum and Sol. We're talking about making guaranteed plays here. And not only do you have 0 Bitcoin, but how much Ethereum and Solana exposure do you have? These are the majors. These are the big winners, the coins that are going to be here long term, the major layer ones. ETH has obviously a lot of layer 2s on it as well. But Solana is a major contender in the layer 1 space this cycle completely. All the memes are being launched there. All the liquidity is being launched there. Every person I know that's not in crypto, that's texting me about getting in crypto, they're onboarding through SolChain. It's just so easy. They just get their Phantom wallet and they just upload some USDC from Coinbase, or they can use MoonPay. I mean, there's so many ways now, but Solana is the new on-ramp. It really just is. Whereas Ethereum, I feel, is institutional grade and it's still never going to go anywhere. That being said, we're talking about making guaranteed plays. Guaranteeing yourself to make some money. How much Ethereum and Solana do you have? How much Bitcoin do you have? And it's like, guys, I understand wanting to take risk and make a shit ton of money. You see the posts, but that's not the normal. The norm is not turning $100 into $1 million. But over time, if you had all those couple $100 you kept gambling away and losing, and you were just throwing that into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, I mean, you'd at least, same as just Bitcoin, you'd have hit a solid 3x from 30 grand to we're over 100 right now. Solid 3x. Just by doing the right things. Buying some ETH. Say you bought some ETH around, it dipped down to 1,500 again. You would have 2x back to right now. You would have over 2x back to 4K. Solana sitting around the mid 200s, about 250 right now, pumped to almost 300 like a week ago. Why don't you have any Solana? Solana's going to do well also. Solana's going to do amazing this cycle. It's been doing amazing this cycle. But everyone is avoiding picking their large cap plays, their strong foundations, their portfolio, and they're just risking it for the biscuit. But they don't even get the fucking biscuit, guys. They lose all their money. It's crazy. Let's see what I wrote next. I wrote these last night, guys. Exactly. Long-term investments versus gambling and exercising patience. This is just a big problem. People are just bored with Bitcoin, which is an amazing performing asset. If you want to be bored, go look at the stock market, guys. That's like watching paint dry. That shit is boring. Long-term investments versus gambling. I mean, everyone is just flipping shitcoins nonstop and not thinking about the long term or the implications or how much inherent risk is actually in these things they're buying. And the pain of losing that money is so much worse than the short-term pain of waiting for your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana to pump, waiting for some of your strong alts to pump as well. I'm not saying only hold these three, but no one is thinking about the long game. No one's thinking fast and slow. No one's thinking about their future. You guys need to just slow down. Develop strong fundamentals. And I'm going to touch on my solutions and fixes for these in just a minute. I want to go through my second reason, my second big mistake I think people are making here, and why they're not making any money in crypto. When it's so easy. That's the problem. It's so easy to make money, guys. You get lost in the sauce. Okay. Number 3. You might have got a sneak peek. Don't look at number 3. Number 2. Hype and FOMO. Oh, everyone's just FOMOing in, chasing the hype, and it's just disgusting, guys. And I broke this down a little farther over here as well. Just a little more detailed points. Wow, that's the wrong sticky note. Just a couple more detailed points here. And chasing crazy percentages. You see something on Dex Screener or Dex Tools, or you see a coin trending even in your Phantom wallet, and it's up 10,000%, and you think, I'm just going to buy it. You just buy it. Why? Probably because you're some normie that doesn't know what he's doing, and you are exit liquidity. What are you doing? It's too late. You should have been there earlier. Some guys already got lucky. The insiders were there before the guys that got lucky were even there. You're fucked if you buy. Now, there's always a chance you get in real quick in 2x. I understand you can still potentially get up, but the risk is so high. And some of these guys, it's the only money they have. I know some of these guys, they talk to me and they tell me that they're flipping memes. Like, have you made money? And they're like, well, yeah, I hit this one and I hit it 3x and then I lost it all in the next one. And it's like, no one thinks long term. Anyways, I digress. I'm not angry. I'm doing great, guys. This market is doing fantastic. You know, there's ups and downs, but we're gradually just performing fantastically. I'm doing great. I just want everyone else to do great as well. Next, impulsivity. And it's kind of along the same lines. It's just not really thinking. You see someone post a contract address on X, on crypto Twitter, and after 10 seconds of research, you're already in the token. You didn't do any research. And you know, I'm not saying there isn't time and place to throw a little bit of money. It's a small percentage to you into some bullshit memes and try to flip it and have some play money. But the impulsivity of chasing these high percent returns, and you're usually late to the party, or just buying absolute trash. It's just, no one's thinking. No one's thinking, guys. It amazes me. But, you know, that's why everyone else is making money, because you get sold on as exit liquidity, and those guys that sold on you, they rotate back to the large caps, and then we trend up over time. And it's just kind of the same boat. Just glued to crypto Twitter, influencers. Like, don't take influencers' words as truth. They're just people. Half of them are paid to shill. Half of them are rugging you in real time. These are just normal people who get a following. These are normal guys that just got lucky with some internet money. I mean, not always. There's definitely quality individuals out there and people I would consider investors, But a lot of these guys you're listening to, they're just shills, man. So just be careful who you listen to. There's definitely some quality gems. I don't act like I'm just dissing everybody, but just dude, these people are not your friends 99% of the time. They're selling something to you. And number 3, which I know you saw a little sneak peek, but number 3 is education. Oh boy. I mean, really, all this comes down to it. You could have just said this whole thing was education, but a lot of it is that guys, they'll see those crazy X% posts on Instagram or something, and they've never even been on, or maybe even Twitter, but they've never even had any crypto at all, and next thing you know, they're buying absolute trash on, maybe they'll even just start by buying shit on fucking Robinhood. That's definitely the beginner spot. But then they just immediately go and start buying absolute trash off random dexes on the Phantom wallet that they don't even know what they're doing. Like, they have zero clue, all right? It's just retail, you know. We make the jokes, but some of y'all are fucking retail, and you be making jokes about retail. I broke this down a little bit more, and it's just the fundamentals. It's like, do you even know how transactions work? Are you someone that's going to send money to the wrong blockchain? Like, I have guys that come to me for help, and they don't even understand the basics. They don't really understand their seed phrase. They don't understand different chains. They don't understand why they can't buy something on Radium, or they can't snipe something with Photon because it's on Pancake Swap on like Binance Smart Chain, or it's over on like Aerodrome on Base Chain. And it's like, there's so many levels to this stuff. You need to start a little more towards the beginning and just understand what is going on in this space. Learn crypto, start diving into wallets and what self-custody is, and learn how to send transactions, and then learn about DeFi, and go along the natural progression of learning and actually falling in love with the space. That is such a big part of it. And I'm very passionate about DeFi and crypto, and I love it. And so many people, they try to speed run through or just skip everything altogether, and then they hit roadblocks. And depending on who you are, they can be very expensive roadblocks and very costly mistakes. And the whole point is to avoid those. Number 2 for education. Yeah, this is great as well. Man, I was so smart last night. Risks, coins, dexes, sexes, AO, wallets, seed phrases. And this for me is just, what are the risks associated with these things? Like, people are porting their life savings over, which for most people, just to gamble away. People are porting over their money, and they don't understand that there's risk associated with the coins they want to buy, whether that's downside risk or contract risk or complete shitcoin risk. There's, dexes that's more like the smart contract risk there, if you're providing liquidity and things like that, especially. Central exchanges, SEX is right there, and it's like how many guys the last week had Solana transactions pending for like 12 to 24 hours. And they're like, what? And I've got buddies I've helped before, and they're texting me like, hey, my stuff's not sending. And there's screenshots on Twitter. People posted 12-hour screenshots, and it's for like 300 USDC on Solana. And it's like, hey, that's why we get our money off exchanges. Remember, I've been telling you that for months, and we haven't done it yet? Well, these are some of the reasons why. Now imagine if this was a coin that was super volatile and you wanted to sell it, but you couldn't sell it because the transaction wouldn't go through. Or Coinbase has shut down before periodically, and you don't have access to your money. So it's very, very important that you learn how to take control of your money. And I think that's one of my next points as well, but it's just understanding that thesis of crypto and actually taking custody of your assets. Wallets and the importance of keeping your seed phrases secure, not to take pictures, not to store them online, because you're just putting yourself out there to get destroyed, just to get all your money stolen. There's been a couple clients of mine that I've helped where it's like they've lost multiple 5 to 6 figures from getting scammed, whether it's because they didn't understand that their seed phrase was not to be shared with anyone, no matter who's trying to help you or not, or just because, people are just too trusting in this space. And to be honest, there's no one out here that wants to help you for the most part, and there's different communities and groups you can join of people that will want to help you, but there's usually you have to pay to be a part of that network, right? So it's like, no one is just going to reach out to your Discord DMs and want to help you for free. Like, hey man, have you heard about this? And yeah, they're there to steal your money. So be careful, turn off all DMs on Discord. And just general security. So seed phrase practices, VPNs, just not understanding how one mistake can cost you everything if you don't have things separated and secured. And so, how to fix it? How do we fix these things? So what now? Well, I have some solutions for every one of these problems I just went over, and I kind of rattled off some response to these already, but I wrote down some solutions, and I'll expand upon those as well, and then we'll help you guys start making money in crypto. And exactly, you probably have 0 Bitcoin when it's the number one asset. Win for sure. You shouldn't have 0 Bitcoin. You should have at least some, and for sure you're gonna win. It's the most sure bet. The risk to Bitcoin is not having any. The risk to Bitcoin is not having any exposure to it. It's insane. The USA is about to buy some strategic Bitcoin reserve incoming. It's insane. You know, Trump just took office. 4 years of great change is coming. The risk is not being exposed. The majors, long-term belief, high-performing coins, mass adoption. So the major coins, I'd say those are at least the top 10. The top 10 coins on CoinMarketCap. I mean, those are a great place to look. You have, what I call the majors, like Ethereum, Solana, and some other ones in there. The things you want to believe in long term. It's something you'd want to hold full cycle. Something you're not going to freak out when it dips 20% and sell your bag and, oh, it's over. And the next thing you know, it's right back up there. It's like when the Japanese, the yen carry trade happened. Dude, my Solana bags crumbled before my eyes. I was down so much money. But it's something where it's like, okay, well, I believe in Solana long term, so I guess I'm going to buy more. And we did well. And now we're back. And Solana hit new all-time highs. And it's just, you got to, and that's this point right here. Believe in something. Just believe in something, guys. That's all it takes sometimes. Stop panic selling or buying tops. It's that chasing the APR, you buy the top and you freak out when it goes down. It's like, you're just not thinking. And I understand. It's psychology. It's hard. When candles are red, you don't want to buy, but that's when you should be buying. When candles are green, you don't want to sell. You're greedy. You want to hold on for more. I understand that too. That's why you just got to do the opposite. Or just believe in it long term. You take out all that guesswork and then just ride in the sunset. And mass adoption's on here too, just because things like ETH and SOL ETFs coming out, and it's just unavoidable. It's a for sure win. I don't know how you can miss it. Another one right here. Chasing those percentages. Either be early, be patient, or be both. And that's just how to be the solution to that. Don't chase things that are already pumped. If you weren't positioning yourself there while it was a boring coin, then you don't want to chase too freaking hard. And then play memes with a small percentage, not your main bag. It's like if you want to play those games and shoot for those moonshots, it should be no more than like 10% your portfolio, in my opinion, at least for me, being risk adverse. So I mean, if you have 100 grand in crypto, I mean, you can still play with 10 grand. But if you only have 10 grand, you're not playing with more than $1,000 because you don't want to lose everything you have. Does that make sense? Like, there's no point in losing it all, then you have nothing. I'd rather you, if you had 10 grand, I'd rather you 3x to 5x to 10 grand to 30, 50K, and then that $1,000 you play with, maybe you'll moonshot that, but if you lose it, what do you care if you lost $1,000 if you have 50? It doesn't matter. It's just people get too greedy and they don't think long term. They don't believe in what they can achieve over time. Reduce frequency. That's for impulsivity. Reduce your frequency. Reduce how much you're checking stuff so you're not freaking out selling the bottoms. You're not freaking out buying tops. And go touch grass. Go buy your shit, DCA in, and quit fucking looking at your phone. like it's really that simple. And it's hard to do at first, but at some point, crypto is so emotionally abusive to you, you learn to just like become devoid of emotion, and you become so nihilistic it doesn't matter. But, I'm trying to be funny, but really just try to step away from it. And the less you interact with it, the more likely you will be to succeed, at least if you're in good long-term projects and stuff you believe in. Shitcoins, that's different, okay? And you're stressing yourself out. But if you're in good long-term projects, I mean, just the less you look and come back over time, you'll see it's done well. I mean, shit. Even if You bought Bitcoin last cycle at the exact top at 70. If you would have just like chilled the fuck out for 4 years and come back, look at you now, you're in profit. So not saying that's good either, but it proves the point. Cut out the noise, do your own research. So all these crypto influencers and these Twitter posts, just cut out all the noise. Iron down, slim it down to who you want to listen to and who you respect, your key people you listen to, but then also do your own research. Because you can't be blaming people on Twitter for losing money. That's crazy. You need to make your own decisions and be responsible for you and your money. No one else is responsible for that. And then we're talking about education on the fundamentals. Learning about those general blockchain basics. How to send and receive transactions, using scanner tools, using how to use Soul Scan, Etherscan, things like that to see your transactions, see what went wrong or where things are or why things are pending. Learn how to use DeFi, learn how to provide liquidity, learn how to get loans against your crypto, learn to fall in love with the space. And then the crypto thesis in general, just that it's my money. It's immutable, it's permissionless. I can pay for, I can send, I can receive, I can take a loan out, I can trade, I can do whatever I want without someone telling me what I can do with my money. And that's the whole thesis. And so we don't want to put our money on exchange and give that away, because that is the whole power we're looking for. It's money that I can choose that can't be inflated or can't be told I can't spend it or anything like that. That's the whole point. So you want to make sure that you're here for the right. I mean, we all want to make money too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're all here to make money. Let's get that out of the way. But like, there's also a thesis to crypto that this is why we're here. So if you want to be playing it the right way, make sure you don't have money on exchanges that are just robbing you blind and taking control of your money and might not even have the right reserves for those assets. And this is just, diving into the risks on your coins and stuff. Make sure you dive into coins that you want to invest in. Make sure you're understanding what quality projects look like, where communities would be on Twitter, talking about market cap, things like that. Like, I still have guys that text me like, but this coin has more zeros, so can it go up more? And I'm like, dude, you need to look at the market cap. Like Doge. They think Doge has so many zeros, it's just got to go to this. And it's like, bro, its market cap is so high, it's not going to move like some of these other projects down here that even though it says $7 a coin, its market cap is 10 times lower. So it's that much easier to move it in price, good or bad, up or down. It's much easier to move it in price. And I think I'm going to do a market cap breakdown video just because it still seems to be confusing to some people. Research your sexes and dexes. Research the places you want to provide liquidity or swap on. Make sure you're not connecting to bad sites that haven't been around for a long time when you're using dexes that aren't well vetted, I would say. And research your sexes. Make sure you're using, don't you be using weird exchanges no one's heard of, right? I mean, be using, your Coinbases, your Krakens, your Crypto.coms, and don't leave all your money on there. Research wallets to support the right crypto. So you want to make sure that you want to have at least a couple this is important too, a couple cold storage wallets, but also diversify those wallets, even the cold storage. So why would you only have one Trezor for your Bitcoin, for example, when if you just had two, you diversified yourself and increased your chance of not losing everything by 100%, because you can only lose half now. And so I like that. I have multiple ledgers. I have, a Trezor, a bunch of hot wallets, and I keep things moved around in different places, and it reduces my risk. And that should be the same way with your coins too. You don't want to have everything all in just one position when you're with your lower market cap stuff. But as far as wallets, I do believe that, you have the wallets that you play with your DeFi ecosystems, and then you have wallets you treat more as a vault, where those don't interact with anything. And then you just want to keep your money in multiple different locations. If you're out on dexes or lending platforms, you don't want to have, for example, say you have 100 grand in USDC you want to lend out. Maybe instead of putting 100 grand on, let's just say, what lending platform should we choose? Let's say you're on Sui Network and you want to use Navi, right? Don't put 100 grand on there. Put 25 grand on there. Go throw 25 grand in Aave and go through 25 grand somewhere else on Base Chain and somewhere on Soul Chain as well. And you split it up and you reduce your risk, both by network and by platform. I feel like I'm super nerding out, but this is a great video if you appreciate it. And as far as security education, make sure your seed phrase, we already talked about this. So I guess I should have done this format a little different. I should have just went through the problem and then went over to the solution. But, you know, the solution to security is making sure your seed phrase stays offline. Because, I mean, think about those girls that get hacked on OnlyFans and stuff, right? It's like people can hack your iCloud. They can hack your phone. They can just get your phone if it's left unlocked. And if they happen to know what they're looking for with your notes or your camera roll, I mean, you're screwed, right? Diversify between wallets. I guess I just talked about that too. VPNs are great because they can hide your network traffic. Also, it'll help you use certain sites that maybe you'd have to travel by plane for when you could travel by VPN instead. Never financial advice or VPN advice, I guess. I don't know. I use Nord. Nord's fantastic, especially on a public Wi-Fi setting. It's great to have. And then, yeah, just don't trust people on the internet, guys. I mean, most of these people, they're selling you something. Most of these people, they've like been paid to shill you coins. So these are coins they don't believe in, but they've been paid to shill them to you, so they are. So again, do your own research and don't trust people and people in your DMs trying to help you or asking you for help. They try to befriend you and they're going to be sneaky and they're going to try to take your money. So just be careful. That's 3 really big reasons why you're not winning in crypto. And really, if you just iron those out and you work on those, there's no reason why you can't succeed. Because it's really so simple. It's so simple, and it just comes back to these major points where it's just win for sure. Have some Bitcoin, have some Ethereum, have some Solana, win for sure. Make sure that you are being patient and you're not freaking out and selling tops and bottoms, but you're stacking your long-term assets that you believe in, because you need to believe in something, guys. You do need to believe in something. And then go outside and touch grass and quit watching your phone screen all day like a freaking psycho and try to forget about it and just go touch grass because you believe in these assets long-term. That's why we chose them. And then make sure you're practicing the right security tools and the right security practices. That way you can be more comfortable and go outside and touch grass and not worry about your stuff. And then just dive deep into some research. Just instead of watching your coin chart all day, just learn more about what's happening in the space. Learn how to use the tech that's coming out more. Just fall in love with the actual crypto and blockchain itself, and don't be staring at a chart all day like a freaking nerd, stressing yourself out, losing your hair, and let's just make some money, guys. It's that simple, I promise. If you guys have any questions, leave those down in the comments. I'm happy to get back to you. Give me some video ideas as well. I'm happy to make some over pretty much any topic. I love talking about crypto. It's one of my favorite passions. Happy to help you guys out. So leave a like, subscribe for some more content, and I will see you guys soon. See you guys.
Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for God.